Welcome to another selective wealth management video. In today's video, we're going to be covering Social Security timing. Specifically, we're going to be discussing what is Social Security, how to find and read your Social Security statement. We'll also look at the number one metric you should be analyzing when determining when to take your Social Security. And we'll look at nuanced topics such as how things like marital status, working status, age, and health can impact when you should take your Social Security. Most of us are familiar with what Social Security is, but effectively you pay taxes into the system to help pay for your future retirement and the retirement of others. Social Security taxes are 12.4% of your income up to a certain maximum. As of 2024, that's $168,600. So you'll pay 12.4% of your wages up to that amount to pay for Social Security. If you're employed, you actually pay half of that, which is 6.2%. And your employer pays the other half, which is 6.2%. In exchange for paying those taxes, you receive retirement benefits. So if we scroll down here, we can see when you can claim your benefits. You can actually claim Social Security anytime after age 62, and there are usually 3 key milestones that are analyzed when determining the optimal time for Social Security. The first is early as possible, which is generally age 62. The reason I say generally, age 62 is the first time you can claim Social Security. However, it's usually not a good idea to claim Social Security if you're still working. So early as possible is usually age 62 or the day that you retire, whichever is later. The second time that's generally analyzed is full retirement age, which is FRA. This varies from age 66 to age 67, depending on the year you were born. And then the last milestone that's analyzed is age 70. This is when you receive your maximum monthly benefit amount. Now, the timing of when you take Social Security and which of these 3 you elect to take, or even a different one, can have a significant impact on your finances. Claiming benefits before your full retirement age, as we can see here, does result in a permanent reduction of monthly payments. It's 0.5% for each month that you claim early on the first 36 months, and then 0.5% after 36 months. Whereas if you wait until FRA, you receive your full benefit amount. There's no reduction of benefits. Delaying past FRA, you can see it actually increases your monthly payments by a certain percentage each year that you wait. So this is the major decision. Do I take it early? Do I wait till FRA? Or should I delay to increase my benefit? Most people, when they analyze that decision, look at how do I maximize my monthly payment? However, this is not the right metric to look at, and we'll talk about why. What you really want to analyze is your Social Security's total lifetime value. So let's take a look at each one of these and talk about why monthly payment's not the right one to look at and total lifetime value is. If you only analyze your Social Security monthly payment, you're overlooking a major opportunity cost, which is that by delaying benefits, you actually forego collecting thousands of dollars of benefits that could be invested or allow existing investments you have to stay there because you're not drawing on them. In some cases, that could be for several years. And so if you're only looking at your monthly payment, you're ignoring the fact that by delaying payments, you're foregoing this collection of thousands of dollars over several years. The most important thing when you're evaluating when to take Social Security timing is the total lifetime value of your Social Security payments. So what is that? The lifetime value of your Social Security benefits is the total amount that you receive over the lifetime of the program during your entire retirement. We have a calculator that we're going to take a look at here that shows your monthly payment amount, depending on when you claim, but also the lifetime value. And what you'll see is when you claim early, you may have a higher Social Security total lifetime value because you're collecting those early payments for years. And those later payments, if you had delayed, even though they're larger, may never catch up to the total lifetime value of claiming early. So that's what we're going to be looking at, is the monthly payments versus total lifetime value. So let's scroll down here and we'll take a look at our Social Security timing calculator. The first input on the Social Security calculator is the day that you were born. That's relatively straightforward. However, I should note this calculator only works for individuals born after 1942. So if you're born in 1942 or beyond, it works. If you were born prior to 1942, this calculator will not work for you. The next two inputs come from your Social Security statement. You can see this link here at www.ssa.gov. That's the Social Security Administration website. If you go to this website, you can grab your Social Security statement, and I'll show you how to type in the known benefit amount and the age of the known benefit amount. Let me pull up a Social Security statement here. All right, this is a sample Social Security statement. You can see we have your Wanda worker. This is the sample one that's provided by the Social Security Administration. Yours would look like this, but it would have your information. If we scroll down here just a little bit, you're going to see here projections for your monthly payment depending on when you claim your benefits. So for example, Wanda worker, her full retirement age is 67. So you could see her FRA amount is $2,119 per month. In order to use the calculator, you just need to select any one of these and it can be your known benefit amount. So for example, we'll say, okay, I know at age 62, I'm eligible for $1,465. That's your known benefit amount. Your known benefit age is the age that corresponds to that. So in this case, it would be 62. So what I'm going to do is take this $1,465 and age 62. We'll pop over to this calculator here. We'll type in the $1,465 and age 62. So that's where you get the known benefit amount and the age of the known benefit amount. The next two inputs you could not touch if you want, or you can adjust them. These are assumptions that go into the calculator. We use a default of 5% for an estimated investment return and estimated inflation of 3%. Your Social Security payments are indexed upwards at the rate of inflation. And the investment rate of return, this is actually used to show the opportunity cost of delaying your payments. If instead of claiming at age 62, you wait until age 67, you could have collected 5 years of payments and invested those at a certain rate of return. So that's what this return number is how much could you have invested your payments at? Now, one thing I want to kind of elaborate on here. Some people may say, hey, I'm looking at claiming my benefit, but I'm just going to spend it. You still want to use this investment rate of return. The reason being is if you're collecting those Social Security payments and spending them, it very likely means that you're not touching other investments and they are growing. So you want to use the rate of return of whatever that investment account is. Conversely, if you say, I don't want to use any number in here, you can change this to 0%. And that will just show you the amount of cash that you're foregoing by delaying without any investment assumptions. I do believe it's appropriate here to use a rate of return assumption, and I'm going to leave it here at 5% or the default rate. So let's go ahead and scroll down here. You're going to see the key milestones that we're going to analyze: earliest possible, full retirement, or the maximum amount. Now, this earliest possible will dynamically update based on your birthday. So if you're looking at this today and you are 65 years old, this will automatically update to 65 just by you typing in your birthday. If you're past full retirement age, you'll see earliest possible goes away and you'll only see these two options. So your birthday will update when you should claim automatically on the calculator. We have our three key times that are analyzed here that we spoke about previously. And then you have the option for a fourth if you just want to type in a custom age based on a number of years and months for how old you are. Based on this information, we can scroll down here and take a look at your Social Security monthly payments. Here's earliest possible compared to full retirement age, compared to your maximum benefit amount, and then the custom. This is what most people look at here. It is not dynamic. And some people would say, oh, look, I can earn an extra $1,130 just by waiting for my maximum benefit. That is not the right way to approach a Social Security timing analysis. What you really want to look at is this Social Security lifetime value here. So let me talk about what this means. What we are looking at here is the total amount of cash you've received at a specific comparison age, depending on when you claimed your Social Security. So you can see here at age 70, if you had claimed your Social Security at the earliest possible age, you would have collected $158,000 plus the investment returns as if those were invested. That's from the return assumptions previously. So this is the total lifetime value at age 70 if you claimed earliest possible. Now let's compare that to if you waited till the full retirement age or age 67. Yes, your monthly payments are larger at FRA, but as you can see here, you've only collected around $79,913 of total lifetime value because you haven't been collecting as long. This is 8 years of lower payments compared to 3 years of the higher payments. And if we look at age 70 and you just started claiming your maximum benefit, this is only 1 month that you've collected of your maximum benefit. So as you can see here, the earliest possible at age 70 has the highest total lifetime value. What we can do here is compare different ages. Let me go ahead and scroll back here to try to hopefully make this a bit more clear. At age 63, the earliest possible you would have collected $19,000, which is a full year Social Security payments, and you would collect nothing if you're still waiting till FRA. Fast forward to FRA, let's go to age 67. You can see here, you would have collected $95,000 if you started at age 62, and you're just starting to collect at FRA. Compared to if you're still waiting, you haven't received anything. Let's go to age 70. This is the one we originally looked at. You can see earliest possible is still your best choice by the time you're 70. What's important to note here is the total lifetime value is impacted based on how long you live. So if you wait till age 70, the maximum benefit, while it's larger every single month, it has to catch up to this $158,000 head start that the earliest possible has. So let's fast forward to age 80. In this scenario, you would have collected 18 years of lower payments in the earliest possible scenario, and it's still in the lead. So by the time you're 80 years old, the total lifetime value is still the best for earliest possible. Full retirement age is starting to catch up because the monthly payments are more, but you've not been collecting as long. And maximum benefits is still a laggard. Excuse me. Is still a laggard here at age 80. The important thing to think about here is where are my break-even points? So when does full retirement age pass earliest possible? The answer to that is age 83. You can see here earliest possible still in the lead. We go to age 83, and for the first time, full retirement age passes earliest possible. So you have to live to be 83 years old in order for earliest possible to not win. And at this point, it's extremely close. To put it in perspective, you're getting very near the average life expectancy of most people. If we fast forward here to age 90, this is where delaying starts to create a bit of a lead. So earliest possible now, because you've been collecting for 28 years, a lower amount compared to the higher amount being collected for 23 years versus a higher amount being collected for 20 years. So you have to live to age 90 for these later benefit amounts to really start to catch up. One thing that's really important to note with this is spousal benefits. Now, what I'd like to do here is think through some key scenarios. Let's say that you are age 62 and you know you're not in great health. So this is where health can play a big impact. If you think your life expectancy is, say, 72 years, then you can see here that claiming earliest possible is going to be your best choice, because that head start that earliest possible gets ends up winning. So if health is an issue or life expectancy an issue, earliest possible is a good idea. A second thing to think through, the Social Security Administration has changed the age when you can start collecting on participants before. This is a way for them to not pay money that you were due. If you do not have high confidence in the Social Security program for whatever reason, you're going to want to claim early to make sure you get this cash and this head start in case any of the rules are changed. If you're worried about the solvency of it. I'm not worried about the solvency of it, but it's a legitimate thing to think through. Another scenario where claiming later may be beneficial is if you're married with a spouse, particularly a younger spouse. Let's say hypothetically that you're 65 years old, you just retired, and your spouse is 10 years younger than you. In that case, and another thing that's really important is if you have a working spouse and a non-working spouse, which happens for a portion of our client base. If you're a working spouse at age 65 and you had a non-working spouse for Social Security purposes, obviously there's a lot of work being done, but you just don't have that tax base, you're going to receive a spousal benefit that's half of what the Social Security Administration calls the working spouse. What's important about this is when the working spouse dies, the survivor is going to step in to their Social Security benefit. And the reason that's important is you could actually look at how long that benefit period is using the combined age of when the primary working spouse starts and when the surviving spouse passes away. So to put that example, let's say you're 65 years old and you're debating, should I start claiming my benefits at age 65? In order to do that, you may think, well, my spouse, if she or he lives to age 90, that would mean that in this calculator, you would be 100 because you're 10 years older. So if you think your spouse is going to step into your benefit and they're going to live to age 90, you could slide this up to 100 to see how long the two of you would be receiving that benefit combined. In a situation where you are a working spouse and you're married to someone much younger, you can see delaying until you receive the maximum benefit could be a very clear winner. So this is one unique scenario where that spousal benefit dynamic and the age differences can play an important role. There's a lot of different scenarios to be analyzed here, and there's a wide variety of combinations and things that can occur. But this total lifetime value of your Social Security benefits is the number one thing you want to think through and analyze when you're thinking about Social Security timing. So that's it for Social Security timing. This is one opportunity out of several hundred that we analyze for clients here at Selective Wealth Management. If you're interested in having a comprehensive financial plan done for you, please reach out to us and schedule a free consultation or call our number directly. Thanks so much.